What a charming welcoming committee.
Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so please. Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nauts. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health!
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service, for a while.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And these memories I hold dear. You've always been extraordinary, Greenblood, but I had to watch over you. You were my responsibility. That didn't leave us much time for friendship.
What about now?
Now, I hope that we'll have more time. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Desarde, can I do anything for you?
How did you become a Naut?
As you may have guessed, I am sea-given. I was given to the Nauts when I was a little child, for a reason I ignore. I think I was originally from the congregation, but I have no memory of my family. I took my first steps on the deck of a ship. That's all I can remember. Did you want anything else?
You seem to be mad at me for some reason. Do you still resent the fact that I called your ship a boat?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Nobility makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry if I was rude.
I can't blame you. Most nobles are tiresome. I hope that I've managed to change this poor first impression of me.
You have? I was wrong about you. You are different. I should have realized that sooner. I hope you can forgive my manners. It was foolish of me. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your best
Atuoi, sien sradi dau quint. Da dagudach me in.
Attention, soldier.
Let me pass. I must see the chief of your village. Whatever could be so funny.
Now, who would you be to seek an audience with the governor?
I am Siora, daughter of Vladnid. My mother is Amal, the chief of our clan. I am here as an emissary of my people, and I must see your chief, your governor.
And so you're a princess, then?
A what?
Let her pass. Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing. But thank you for your help.
There you are, fair cousin. What is this? Who is this amazing person in your company?
I am Siora, daughter of Vladnid, daughter of Meb. My mother is the Mal, the chief of our clan.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, Siora. This is incredible. You look so much alike you could be related. If you would allow me, Princess, I would like to confer a mission to my cousin. You need to visit the governors of the bridge and Teleme, to give them my formal regards, that sort of thing, but also to discover what they've managed to learn. They've been here much longer than we have. Perhaps they've made some inroads to finding a cure for the Malachor.
Forgive me, Mal, but I have a request for you. My people needs your help.
I thought we might discuss matters together at leisure, but please, speak your piece.
The Lions, the Bridge Alliance and my people are at war. My mother has sent me to you in search of allies. I fear that without your help, our clan will suffer great horrors. We have already lost so many souls.
This seems a sensible request. You know, though, we cannot go to war with our neighbors.
Perhaps there is a way to negotiate a ceasefire. The time to see things more clearly.
Excellent idea. I would be completely lost without you. Go and parley with, the Queen, fair cousin. Try and put an end to confrontations for the time being.
I will come with you. It will take more than one person to convince my mother to lay down our weapons.
Perfect. Take Kurt along with you and anyone you feel useful. I've been told that the roads are not safe. Safe travels, fair cousin. And watch out for yourself. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
Desarde, I have a favor to ask.
Very well, I'm listening.
Do you remember the story of Jonah?
Of course.
Well, I'm like him. A donation to the sea. My family also gave me to the Nords. I don't know anything about my real family, except that they are probably affluent and from the congregation. When I was born, the Nords and the merchant princes had a complex relationship. I must have been used to settle a debt or forge a truce, but that doesn't matter. The mystery of my origins has now become an obsession. I need to know where I come from. If I were patient enough, I'd wait to become a fleet commander, and then I would be told. But since being laid off, such a promotion seems somewhat improbable.
And you want me to help you find this information?
You understand correctly. The records of all seamen stationed on the island are in their respective ports. Mine must be in the harbor office in New Serene, and it must contain my family name. But if I go there, I'd be spotted right away. Could you go there and bring the file to me?
Of course. But you'll have to come with me to the port and tell me a little more.
Right. Also, I don't want any Naughts to be hurt in the process. Despite my desire to know my origins, the Naughts are still my family.
Don't worry. We'll be discreet.
Onol Manawi, do you need something?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onol Manawi amongst the Renagse before. Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
No, but I find it unsettling. On the continent, everyone looked at me as if I was this strange beast. And here, people think that I'm a native, despite the fact that I know almost nothing of your culture.
I understand that it might be a strange experience, but you should wear these marks with pride. Because they are the marks of the Onol Manawi. Those whose flesh is bonded to Tir Fradi. This makes us closer. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
He was the Donegad of our clan. He died many cycles ago, but this memory is still painful. So we usually avoid the subject.
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture him. My mother never really recovered from it. This is one of the reasons why she decided to go to war. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
Cousin! What can I do for you?
Any news of your parents?
No. With the time it takes to travel to the continent, it's not surprising. But I don't miss them. My father's next letter will certainly be full of his usual disdain. As for my mother, you know her. She's probably too busy planning her next assassination to have noticed my absence.
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Desade, do you have a moment? Thank you for coming. I know that you're very busy, but I need your help.
I'm listening, sir.
This island is vast, and we only know a tiny part of it. As you know, your uncle has asked me to draw maps to facilitate the merchants' travels. Alas, I'm slightly too old to be roaming the paths, setting up camps here and there. So I'd appreciate it if, as you travel, you mark the places you deem to be safe on your map.
Very well. I will take care of it, Professor.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you. One more thing. Do you remember that gigantic creature that you defeated in Serene? Bringing a specimen to the city was obviously not a good idea. An accident was inevitable. But according to my sources, there are others of them on this island, and your uncle wishes to know more about them. I know that a scholar of the Alliance, Professor Serafedin, has also taken an interest in these creatures. I tried to contact him, but apparently he disappeared during an expedition to study them. Naturally, I cannot ask you to rummage through the entire island looking for him, but if you can find any trace of him, his studies on these giant creatures could be immensely useful.
Very well. If I find anything out, I'll let you know.
The road to knowledge is long and difficult, but this is the price of wisdom, Desade.
Minister.
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
What exactly is your role here?
I am tasked with advising Governor Constantine about business matters. And I make sure that all business contracts are established properly and are favorable to us. I am responsible for setting taxes on goods based on their value, among other things. It is an exciting job that requires the utmost care. Would you like anything else?
That'll be all.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Come closer, good people. Lick your head. You'll find all you need.
Here we are. We have a good view from here. The harbor office is well guarded, both outside and inside. Getting through the main entrance is impossible.
There must be a blind spot. There's always one.
You could dress as a knot and go through the back door, but someone may recognize you inside.
I'll need to be much more discreet. A potion could help me.
That is an option, yes, but since I'd rather avoid hurting any knots, I made some inquiries. The harbor office has an arrangement with Dieter from the brothel. Girls come every night with wine.
I see. You want us to spike the wine so that they sleep during our search?
It's a proven technique, and I can assure you they do not sniff the wine before drinking it.
Right. Let's get a sleeping potion. Then we'll go see Dieter.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vet...
Excellency, welcome back to my modest shop. It is an immense honor for me to be of service to such noble clientele. What might I do for you?
Where do your products come from?
Most of the products that I sell are made in our beautiful nation. Clothing, boots, hats, all from our own craftsmen, with extraordinary workmanship. Ah, you have certainly noticed the blue in our linings. That is impossible to imitate, and we alone have the secret. Of course, we do ship in some foreign merchandise, most of which comes from Alsard. They are also extremely fond of blue, which makes our trading easier.
How has trade been here? You seem a little off the beaten track.
It is true that we are far from the continent, but we trade a great deal with the other cities on the island. And believe me, to keep our stocks replenished, we take advantage of every ship, no matter its origin. It did take us a while to get things set up properly. We had to convince the Nords not to take advantage of the situation, which was no easy task, and to persuade our associates from other nations that they would also benefit from the trade. But in the end, we are all making profit, for the greatest satisfaction of our clientele. Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
best forge in Tier 3D! Blades, armor. The best forge in Tier 3D! Blades, armor.
Can you help me?
Custom pieces made to order!
Atu Bertir Tumad on Olmenawi. Why are you dressed like this?
Hello. I'm not one of your people. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate? Is that someone important?
Indeed. I'm in charge of diplomatic relationships with other nations.
So you'll be able to help me. My chief sent me to trade some items with your village, but there are these Bod Irony who do not want me to set up shop here.
These what?
Bod Irony. The Ironbacks. The warriors who protect this village. Every time I come, they take my items without giving me anything in exchange. Please, I don't understand how things work here.
Very well. Stay here, I'll try to clear this up.
Adlo Redar on Olmenawi. May the earth always be sturdy under your footsteps.
What can I pour for you?
Have you been on New Serene for quite some time then?
You could say that. I was on the first boat over, same time as Lady Morange herself. When we set foot on the docks, there was nothing here but a fort made of wood. I was a soldier back in the day, but it turned out we needed more craftsmen than men of the sword. So I went to work building the place. And then I took my chances running this here establishment. Anything else?
How is business faring?
Well, extremely well, in fact. Place is always packed. Nothing like the taverns on the continent completely empty since the Malachor hit us. Of course, seeing as it's mostly sailors and soldiers in here, there's a bad fight now and again. We get some pretty rough brawls. But at least it's not like we're living in some cemetery. Anything else?
I heard that there are some interesting activities down in the basement.
Really? Well, that'd be news to me.
It was a friend of mine who told me about it. A friend who loves his cards.
If you're also a player, then yes, it might be something you'd appreciate. You'll even find pleasant company as well, if you're feeling alone and have some coin to part with. Anything else?
Nothing, thanks. I'm not thirsty just yet.
This part of the establishment is reserved for regular customers who paid an entry fee. Sorry, but I can't let you in.
In that case, allow me to pay the fee.
We're delighted to have you as a regular customer, Your Excellency. Have fun.
Yes, why? You looking to have a good time?
It seems like you are sending girls and wine to the harbour office every night.
So, there's no law against that, is there?
No, and I'm not here to stop you.
Listen, Dieter, we just wanted to add a secret ingredient to your wine tonight.
What? Are you joking? Are you trying to slip a laxative in it?
We were thinking more of sleeping pills. Nothing bad, you see.
Listen, I have nothing against a little prank, but I can't risk losing my best customers.
Captain Vasco is very influential among the Nords. Maybe he could help expand your excellent clientele even further.
If you accept, I could arrange for your agreement to come to fruition. In San Mateus, for example.
After such a blow, I may well win a deal in San Mateus, but I'm pretty sure I'll lose the one I already have. You will have to find another way to perform your little joke. Sorry.
It looks like my plan has fallen apart.
I'll have to be discreet.
You should dress like a knot, and maybe take a haze potion.
Yes, good idea.
It would be better if you go there at night. It will be much more discreet. We can wait here if you're ready.
I'm ready. We just have to wait for nightfall. All right, it's dark enough. It's time to move.
I'll wait here as planned. I can't risk getting caught there.
Don't worry. I'll make sure not to hurt anyone.
Good luck, Desarde.
What's that bloody key again? Oh, if I don't find that key, I'm gonna get my arse kicked again. Bloody key again.
Good day, milady.
Disarday. I'm the emissary of the congregation on Tier
And cousin to the governor. I know exactly who you are. Enchanted. I am Admiral Cabral. One of my naughts accompanies you from time to time, doesn't he? He must still be angry I've set him ashore. But I doubt that you've come here to discuss affectations. What can I do for you?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I was able to recover your file, Vasco. And nobody saw me.
Wonderful. You did everything perfectly. So, let's see what this file can tell us. So I was right. My real name is Leandra, son of the Darcy family from Serene. Nobles, I suppose.
Yes. I must admit that I had no idea they had given a son to the Nauts.
To think that I spent my childhood polishing ship bridges, when I could have been wearing silk.
I'm sorry for you, Vasco. But growing up in nobility is not as simple as it sounds.
Really? Well, whatever. I've learnt my real name, thanks to you, and that's what I wanted.
Leandra Darcy. I remember coming across a Darcy at my uncle's court. Your brother, no doubt.
My brother? What was he like?
It was a long time ago. We were children. I couldn't tell you what he looks like today.
A brother? I wonder if we are alike despite our completely different lives. Thank you for sharing this and for telling me about him. You gave me back my identity. This is more important than the Nauts care to admit. Desarde, can I do anything for you?
Do you wish you were never given to the Nauts?
How could I not be regretful? I never got to experience a mother's love or a lavish youth.
Don't you have any happy memories?
I do, of course I do. For example, I remember the first time I climbed up the shrouds. The incredible view, the dizziness, the sensation of complete freedom. It was an unforgettable moment.
I can only imagine how you felt. But it sounds amazing.
It was. I wouldn't trade that memory for all the gold in the world. Thank you, Desarde. You've given me a lot to think about. Did you want anything else?
Had you ever heard about the Darcys before?
No, I had not. As you know, there are many noble families in Serene. And there was a time when a lot of them had to give a child to the Nauts.
I am certain that they would be very proud to see that their son is now a famous captain.
I doubt it. Once we're taken away from our homes, we become anonymous. The nobility see the Nauts as nothing more than a necessary evil. We are no longer their children. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier Prodeo.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Then let's go! Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I met an islander in the streets who was complaining to me about the guard's behavior.
Really?
It would seem that patrols have confiscated the goods he was hoping to sell several times.
Oh, I see. Indeed, I've been told about this man. The problem, Your Excellency, is that our orders are strict. Merchants who do not have a patent ratified by the Minister cannot sell their goods in the street. And since your islander doesn't have one, I doubt he even knows what it is, my men have no choice but to confiscate his knickknacks.
I see. Thanks for clarifying that. I'll talk to the Minister.
Is there anything else?
We've come to find you regarding the merchandise that Kurt was taking care of.
Ah, the Commander's cargo, yes. I was told that had come in. And so he's got you working on this. Lucky Kurt. It helps to have friends in high places.
Is everything in order?
Alas, no. Our merchandise has been unloaded into one of those dock storehouses. They're well guarded. A little less at night, but in spite of that, we weren't able to get them back.
Since these crates are registered in the ship's manifest, make an official request.
The modification of the manifest might have fooled a quartermaster, but it won't fool the port authority. We'd have too many details to explain to them, and our commander would not like that.
What? Is he waiting for us to bring them to him, then?
No, of course not. But Kurt needs to find the right storehouse, as well as a discreet way to get in. And he must also mark the crates that belong to us.
Why is that? They are already marked with an inscription.
Most of the men are illiterate. A coloured mark will stick out for them to find, but they need to be quick about it. They won't have the time to decipher a name.
I see. Well, let's see what we're able to do.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
My ship's being used to move your contraband, and now you want to sneak into one of our warehouses.
Kurt was given the order. If we want to help him, we don't have a choice.
I don't like this. But since I've been sacked, let's just say that this will be a little bit of revenge.
How do we know in which of these buildings to find what we are looking for?
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of them. I need a bit of practice. I need a bit of practice.
Let's get rid of these money bags.
And let's go!
Potion if you want to cast more spells!
Close to is Rignestiri.
Minister.
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
I would like to talk to you about an islander who is trying to set up shop in our city. Since he doesn't have a patent, his wares get confiscated as soon as he receives them.
And you want me to provide him with the said patent? I would be delighted to show you the procedure to follow so that we may study his request. You'll understand that we cannot give an authorization without having determined the value of the goods beforehand. We must determine the tax rate according to this value, determine the best emplacement for this business. In short, these things take time. A lot of time.
I'm certain that my cousin will be delighted to hear that our relations with the natives are progressing in a significant way. And he will probably be very grateful to the minister who helped their first merchant set up shop in our city.
Perhaps, Your Excellency, but our governor wouldn't be pleased if I didn't determine the fitting tax rates.
Minister, allow me to insist.
Alas, your insistence will not change a thing. I heard your request and it will be processed. It is only a matter of a few months. Would you like anything else?
That'll be all.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
This pencil pusher is as rigid as a halberd. Do you know how to make him change his mind?
Sir de Corsilion knows all the subtleties of courtiers. He'll know how to convince him. Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my young student, what can I do for you?
I would like to enlist your help in making the Minister of Commercial Affairs see reason.
Did our finicky Minister of Paperwork bother you?
He refuses to speed up the procedure to create a patent needed by a native merchant. The poor man has already had his wares confiscated several times, despite the fact that if he were given permission to set up shop in our city, it would certainly improve relations with our neighbors.
I'm not surprised. This man really loves to lose himself in writing up pointless paragraphs. Let me write you a recommendation letter. He'll see my seal, and I'm certain that he'll become more compliant.
Thank you for your help, sir.
Don't mention it. Always delighted to help you, and to bother this annoying little man. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilion. Minister.
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
I would like to have another discussion with you about the patent for the merchant whom I told you about.
As I explained, these things take time, but I'm listening.
Sir de Corsilion was kind enough to give me a letter addressed to you.
A letter? Of recommendation, I suppose? I see. I have no other choice but to accept your request. But I hope all merchants will not make use of the same special favors. Here's the patent that will allow your protege to legally pursue his activity in the city. You should give him this copy. The other one will be kept in the archives. However, one of my representatives will visit his stall for the estimation and to determine the tax rate in accordance with the...
Thanks a lot, Minister. Looking forward to seeing you again.
Would you like anything else?
That'll be all.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
You came back! Something terrible happened.
What is it? I was just bringing you the patent you needed to set up shop.
The Bud Irony came back, and they took my cousin away. He came to bring us animal pelts and new objects from the village. But the warriors came back. They took everything he was bringing me. And they also took him. Oh, I don't know what they will do with him. Please, bring him back to me.
I don't see why they would have arrested your cousin, but I'll try to find out.
Well, I'll be damned, it's Captain Kurt.
Manfred! Still a quartermaster?
Always, as you can see. What can I do for you?
I've come to see you again to talk about the Islander merchant. I managed to obtain a license for him, but he informed me that while I was taking care of this, his cousin, who was making a delivery for him, was arrested.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. Especially considering you've managed to obtain an official authorization for him. I'm afraid my men ran out of patience when they saw this hunter making deliveries for the merchant again. They wanted to confiscate his cargo, but the lad resisted and he was thrown in jail for disorderly conduct. If you want to set him free, that's where you must go. Sorry, again, Your Excellency. I should have known you'd managed to obtain the necessary license for your protege and told the patrol. Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Hello, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for a prisoner. A native who should have been brought here recently.
You're a bit late. He was sent to fight in the arena.
In the arena? So this man was judged? Who pronounced the sentence?
Whoa there! Do you really think that we would organize a proper trial for a savage? He attacked some guards. He's lucky he wasn't gunned down right there and then. At least in the arena, he has a chance of survival since apparently he's a hunter.
This man was only defending the goods he was bringing to his cousin. And now he has to fight for his life.
I have no hand in this. I'm not the one who made this decision. They brought him here and then they took him away, that's all.
What did you do with the goods he had with him?
They got confiscated, put in the storeroom like all the rest. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Good day, and welcome to the arena. Is this your first time?
It is.
Excellent. The crowd just loves to see new faces. So, are you ready to rise to the challenge? Or would you like a little reminder of the rules before jumping in? Unless, of course, you're just here to go over the basics and get in some practice.
Could you explain the rules again?
Certainly. Regular combats take place in groups. 2 of your companions will fight at your side. In order to become a champion, you'll need to win the 5 challenges that become more and more difficult. Each challenge is broken down into 3 rounds. You can take a breather in between each one. But if you give up on a challenge, you'll need to start all over again from the beginning. Once the challenge has been completed, you can fight any of the rounds you've already won again, just for the fun of it.
I wish to fight alongside the island hunter that was captured.
Really? You'd have to go in alone. Your friends will need to stay in the stands. Are you sure that this prisoner is worth risking your life for?
This man has been the victim of terrible injustice. I cannot stand aside without doing anything.
Oh, that's extremely noble of you. But it's just the sort of crazy idea that the crowd loves. I have to warn you, though. If you want to fight now, you will lose your bonus in the running challenges. So, what'll it be?
Justice cannot wait. I am ready to fight.
Excellent. In that case, the arena awaits you. What a show! You've won the affections of the crowd. And when the crowd makes a decision, it gets what it wants. You're free, prisoner.
I owe you my life, Onol Manawi. Blessed be the winds that have blown you to my side. By what name should I address you?
My name is Desade. In fact, it's your cousin the merchant that sent me. Follow me. Let's go and find him.
Onol Manawi, I'm glad to see you again. Oi, Ven, I'm so glad to see you alive.
Then you must thank this Onol Manawi. He fought to save me.
Thank you. May the grass always be soft beneath your feet.
Don't mention it. I also brought you back your goods.
May the trees always bear you fruit. We owe you a lot. You should go see Ulan, the chief of Vignamri, my village. He wants to be friends with the Renaigse. Since you are a legate, you could talk to him.
No, these aren't the right crates. No, these aren't the right crates. No, these aren't the right crates. I need a bit of practice. Here are the crates we've been looking for. It appears that one of them has been broken. It's full of weapons.
That doesn't seem right. It is our clients that supply us weapons on Tirfredi.
You didn't know what was in the crates?
No. I don't concern myself with the commander's business. I should take a look into this. I have some friends here that must know what this is all about.
Let me know what you discover. Now...
Come closer, good people. Liquor and wine for the...
Hello, Your Excellency.
We found a way into the storehouse, and we marked all of the crates.
Perfect. I shall ask my men to follow the same path.
One of the crates was damaged. I was quite surprised by what I found in it.
Really? To be honest with you, the commander never told me what was in them. I received the order to deliver them as soon as Kurt accomplished his mission, without any further instructions. For what it's worth, I thank you for your help, and I hope you can accept this modest token for everything you've done. If you have another moment, Your Excellency, I would like to ask you for your help. We have a serious problem that I did not hear of until recently. A problem that concerns you closely.
I'm listening.
I was told that some of our soldiers have been extorting large sums of money from the town merchants, under the pretext of financing their protection.
Are you telling me that the Guard is extorting merchants in our city?
Indeed. Some merchants have been assaulted, and one of them has even been found dead.
I hope you don't intend to conceal this information. If my cousin learns of this...
Oh no, certainly not, Your Excellency. We intend to punish the guilty party with the greatest severity. But the merchants refuse to give us the slightest testimony. The Guard frightens them, and rightly so. We won't be able to put a stop to these crimes without outside help.
Count on me. I'll take care of it. No, thank you.
What armor that fits you like a... Oh, it's a great pleasure to see you again at the forge. What can I do for you?
I was told that someone found a merchant's body. Did you know him?
Of course. The town isn't that big. We all know each other here. Poor Renault. We found his body on the street by the port. He was beaten to death. One of his associates half-heartedly took over the shop.
Have the culprits been found?
No. Listen. Nobody wants to talk about this. We don't want any trouble. It's been months since it happened. An investigation's not going to bring him back.
I'm currently investigating an extortion case involving the Guard. Are you one of the merchants who has been threatened?
No, not at all. I've never heard of this business. Someone must have lied to you.
Really? Come on. If you want these guards to be arrested, you need to talk to me.
I mean no offense, but you won't be able to do anything. And snitching don't end well. I want to hold on to my business. And my life. How about some new armor, Your Excellency?
You are obviously a victim of these bandits. One of your people is dead. Yet you refuse to help me. Why?
It's precisely because one of our people is dead. Now, you can either buy something or let me get back to work. Because I am not going to say one more word about this case. We'll make it for you.
Come closer, good people. Madam, I am pleased to welcome you to the best wine and spirit shop in Tearfredy. If you're looking for something to accompany a fine meal, or for a gift for someone, you've come to the right place.
Thank you, but I'm not here for that. I was told a merchant had been found dead.
Really? Oh, I didn't know. No one told me about that. What was his name?
Come on, don't take me for a fool. You know very well who I'm talking about.
I don't? Really? I don't. So, what sort of wine would you like to pair your food with? You need something strong when eating game?
I am conducting an investigation. Some merchants are being extorted by members of the Guard.
Are you sure? It's probably just a nasty rumor. Someone must have misinformed you.
Come now. I am the legate of the congregation. If guards threaten you, I could arrange protection for you.
Threats? No. I assure you.
You're obviously terrified. Don't you think it's better to tell me everything?
Listen, I've no desire to get into trouble. Please leave me.
But if you don't help me, you will never be rid of these guards.
I told you, I don't know what you're talking about.
Are your boots warm? Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
I am conducting an investigation. Apparently, some merchants are being extorted by some members of the Guard.
Really? That's terrible, Your Excellency.
As Legate, it is my duty to ensure the safety and well-being of the citizens of our town. So please, if you have any information...
I don't know anything. Really? I have only been here for a few months. My partner, who ran the shop before me, had a very bad encounter.
And you fear the same thing happening to you?
This is what happens around here. So I prefer to hold my tongue and do what is expected of me.
If you denounce them, we could end this and charge these men for their crime.
I can't take that risk. There are so many of them. Also, I would not be able to name them. Now, I would like to get back to my work. What we need is the money to return. Do you understand? We are very monitored.
I have a plan to stop the culprits, but I'm going to need your help. The next time one of these guards comes to squeeze money out of you, you must ask for more time. The man will threaten you, of course, and he will certainly bring his accomplices. But when they come back in full force to make you pay for your audacity, we will be there to apprehend them.
And if your plan fails, I'll end up like Renault. You don't understand.
Are you not tired of giving them a share of your profits? And do you not want to avenge your partner?
He was my friend, and his death really upset me. But I don't want to end up like him. Sorry, Your Excellency.
And what if I gave you money to pay for it? If the plan fails, you only have to give them that money. They have no interest in getting rid of those who earned them so much.
You are not wrong. Very well. I will do what you ask of me. But for God's sake, when they threaten me, intervene right away.
Fear not. We will not let them harm you. When should they be returning?
It's hard to predict. Given their habits, I would say... in 2 days, maybe?
Perfect. I will not fail you.
Thank you for your visit.
Come closer, good people. Liquor and wine from the continent.
Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you.
Ready to excite the crowd? Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. My lords and ladies, here is a new team of fighters, taking to our proud arena. Give them a hearty welcome! Ready to excite the crowd?
I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon. and the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won. Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. You saw them win the first challenge with audacity, and here they are again for the second! Ladies and lords, applause for this unique team! Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won. Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. Here for your greatest pleasure, our team of excellence. Once again, they are here to kick
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
To my help! And death to the others!
Close to it,
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Close to it,
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won. Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. You've grown to love their faces. You know their tactics. The excellents are back, and they are now more ready than ever to fight.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! dicey! Things are about to...
And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won. Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. Incredible! Who would ever have believed that our excellence would have risen so high, so quickly? And now, ladies and lords, here they are, ready to fight the ultimate challenge. Will they be consecrated champions of the arena?
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! are about to get dicey. Things are about to get dicey. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Come on. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Come on, if you're going. I can't hold on much longer.
Armor is broken, Soldat. I'm wounded. I need help.
Come on, if you're there.
You will regret ever going against the guard. You will regret ever going against the guard.
Come on, if you're there.
You will regret ever going against the guard.
Come on, if you're there. Come on, I'll teach you how to dance.
You will regret ever going against the guard.
I'll teach you how to dance. To my help! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! 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 Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Fantastic! You are now a champion of the arena. I must say that this is the first time I've ever seen such a young team leader win the title. Allow me to give you this. The prize awarded to champions.
Thank you. I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon.
One armor that fits you like a glove. We'll make it for you.
Come closer, good people. The cure in...
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all serene. See you soon.
Greenblood, there's something I would like to talk to you about.
I'm listening.
I recruited a young man for the Guard a few months ago. Talented. Very talented. And honorable. I've been tracking his progress, and I learned that he's been sent to the barracks in New Serene. I would like you to meet him so that you can give me your opinion.
My opinion? On what?
Ever since our departure from Serene, I've spent nearly every second at your side. But I have clear standing orders to assure the protection of Constantine. And I don't know his guards. Not well, in any case.
I see. You've been thinking this recruit might be a suitable personal guard.
Precisely. And your opinion has weight. So then, would you like to accompany me to meet him?
But of course. Let's go.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent.
Good day, soldiers.
Your Excellency.
Captain.
Soldiers.
May we be of service?
I'm looking for the soldier, Rayner. Is he in the barracks?
I never heard that name before, Captain.
Never heard the name, Captain.
That's strange. I'm certain he was sent here.
Maybe he's been moved since then. When was the last time you'd heard news of him?
In Serene. Just before our departure. But that's been a couple of months.
If I may, Captain, should I have a word with the quartermaster?
That's right, Captain. He has a register with the affectations of every recruit in the Blue-Silver Regiment. Anything else, Excellency?
That will be all.
At ease, soldiers.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I've been looking for one of my recruits. Goes by the name of Rayner. I would like for His Excellency to meet him.
Rayner? I'm sorry, Kurt. I thought you'd been informed.
Informed about what?
He is dead. He was found, drowned in the port harbour day before yesterday. I was told he had too much to drink and fell in. I'm extremely sorry, Kurt. The young men drink more than they can handle when they're on leave.
That's bollocks. That lad isn't the sort to sully himself with drink. I don't believe it.
People change. When they're far from home, the lads have little else to do.
I still don't believe it.
Listen, you might as well go and ask the doctor down in the morgue. I might have misunderstood what was reported to me. Those doctors use such long words for simple things.
Excellent idea. At least you'll see it for yourself.
You're right. Let's go.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Well now, a visit. Can I help you with something?
We are here concerning the matter of recruit Rayner.
Are you family or friends?
You could say that. I'm the one who recruited the lad.
I see. Well, what I can do is tell you what I can.
How then did he die, in your opinion?
He drowned. I'm sorry. It's regrettable. He was quite a young man.
Yeah, and his death makes no sense. He didn't drink, and he knew how to swim.
All the same, that's what happened. I greatly regret it.
Can you tell me anything about the circumstances?
All I know is what I was told by the fellows who brought the body to me. They said they'd spent the evening together at the tavern, that they'd had a great deal to drink. A horrid habit the soldiers all seemed to share.
Rayner was not a drinker.
Maybe not. All the same, he was drinking that night. He stepped outside for a moment and never came back in. His companions found him drowned in the bay early morn, and they brought him to me.
When was the body brought to you?
Day before yesterday, in the early morning.
Might we take a look at the body?
No, I wouldn't recommend that. To see your friend in such a state.
I'm a soldier, Doc. I've seen a number of men in pieces. Let me see the young lad.
I regret, Captain. I cannot allow that.
I have as of yet to present myself. I'm Lady de Sardet, legate of the Congregation of Merchants on Tirfredi. And as the title infers, I have the power to inspect this barracks and all that it contains. Therefore, I must insist.
I see. 1,000 pardons, Excellency. I should have recognized you and shown more respect. It's the body in the middle. Examine him if you must, but please be so kind as to not leave a mess after you.
This doesn't look like the body of young Rayner. This one is just a boy. His face is still locked in an expression of pain. Kurt, is this your recruit?
Yes, that's my Rayner. Poor kid. I should have left him with his family where he was.
We'll need to examine the body to learn more. Is that all right?
He's not the first young man I've seen with the lights gone from his eyes. Go on.
I'm no doctor, but this boy doesn't seem to have drowned at all. It looks like he's been beaten. It's suspicious.
The boy I knew would never have drunk himself senseless to the point he'd fall into the bay, I'm telling you.
I believe you, Kurt. But if we want to prove it, we'll need to find more evidence. Excuse me, Doctor, but you owe us a few explanations. This boy did not die by drowning.
It is absolutely the cause of death, I assure you. The science of death is a complex art, and you are certainly not a doctor.
That is true, but you are. Do you recognize your own notes? Your writing is hard to read, but the word drowning never appears.
What an idiot. I should have burned those notes. I am truly sorry. I swear I have never, ever falsified a report before. But I was given no choice in the matter.
How's that? What are you talking about?
2 men, lieutenants, I believe, brought a body to me telling me the boy had drowned in an accident. I saw immediately this was a lie, but I did not push the matter. I began my examination, planning to submit my report to the quartermaster as per usual. But the men returned. I was told to forget what I'd discovered and say that he had indeed drowned, or else.
Who were they?
I have no idea. I had never seen them before at the barracks. I guessed their rank by their uniforms.
What colours were they sporting?
None. They must have removed the emblems of their regiment. Listen, it's obvious that this boy was beaten repetitively, and that was the cause of death. I have no intention of suffering the same fate.
Have no fear, Doctor. We will make no mention of your name.
Andevarstire. That means, may the earth welcome him. I am sorry for you, Kurt.
Thank you, Siora.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
We have a situation, Manfred. Rainer didn't drown. The doctor falsified his report. He was threatened and feared for his own life.
You have to be pulling me leg. Who bullied the crowface?
Lieutenants that he didn't recognize, alas, and who wore no regiment emblems.
Which regiment was Rainer assigned to? I would like to have a word with his commanding officer.
Let me have a look at the register. My memory isn't what it once was. Stab my heart with a rusty blade. His name's been crossed out. Oh, if I catch the bastard that did that.
What mess was the boy into, Manfred? What could this be about?
Your lad was in the 6th or maybe the 11th, before being reassigned to who knows where.
Just like that? You out of everyone have to know where the recruits are assigned.
Not of late. This isn't the first lad who's been reassigned all of a sudden at the drop of a hat. Each time I start complaining about it, I'm told they've changed regiments, and it's not my concern.
Something truly bizarre is going on here. I don't like this at all.
Let's try and discover which company he was stationed at before this mysterious reassignment.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
I need to get to the bottom of this mystery, Greenblood. I don't like being taken for a fool. Even if the lieutenants weren't stationed at these barracks, someone here must know where Rainer was assigned.
We should also go and check the tavern. Men on leave will perhaps have looser lips than those within the walls.
Excellency!
I saw you in the palace, if I'm not mistaken.
Your Excellency has a good eye and memory. I am one of the officers, in charge of the protection of your cousin's councillors. How can I help you?
We are investigating the death of a young recruit, a certain Rainer.
I've never heard the name before. He's not one of my men.
I know, but you might at least have heard someone mention him in passing.
Did he die at the palace?
No. We have no idea where it happened, only where the body was found. So?
I'm sorry. That doesn't ring any bells. None at all.
I recruited the lad myself, Lieutenant. And just a while ago, I saw his body broken and bruised in the morgue. Someone has been trying to cover this up, to lead us down false trails at every turn. But Rainer deserves justice. I know you have to understand that.
I hear you. The murder of one of our own should not go unpunished. But alas, I don't know how I can help you. This is the first I've heard about it.
Good day, Lieutenant.
Milady, you're one of the governor's confidants, are you not?
Indeed. De Sardet, the governor's legate.
My sincere pardon, Excellency. I didn't want to show any disrespect. Captain?
Lieutenant!
How can I help you?
We seek information concerning a young recruit. A certain Rainer.
Rainer? Sorry, name isn't familiar to me. He must be with another company.
Are you sure about that? This is an important matter.
I'm certain, Captain. Was he family to you?
I recruited him. You know what that's like. The boy was killed and then tossed in the bay. I want the head of whoever's responsible.
I did hear talk of a young lad found in the port waters. That's my sector. But I was told that it was an accident, and I had no reason to doubt it. Are you sure the lad was murdered?
Absolutely certain. Beaten to death, to be precise.
That's horrible. But I don't know anything about it.
Too bad. Thank you all the same. Goodbye, Lieutenant. Good day, soldier.
Good day, my lady.
De Sardet, legate of the congregation on Tirfredi.
Captain Kurt.
Oh, excuse me, Excellency. I didn't know. Captain, I truly am sorry. At your service, my lady. Excellency.
You don't quite look like you've got the hang of all this. How long have you been in?
Is it that obvious?
It's quite normal for a new recruit.
I joined up 4 months ago. But at the beginning, we were on board ship, you see. I don't know if that really counts. I started exercises when we got to New Serene. But I'm making progress, they say.
And do you like it here?
I sure do. That's why I joined the Guard. To come here, to leave the continent. Know what I mean?
I do.
Anything else?
Since you know who we are, present yourself, soldier.
Ah, yes, my lady. Recruit 2nd Class Alric, Blue Silver Regiment, 11th Company. At your service. Anything else?
Here. You seem tired and a little on edge. A drink would do you some good.
It's just that I don't know if I'm allowed.
You're on leave, or you wouldn't be at the tavern. Then why not?
Yes, but this is His Excellency's own bottle. I don't know if I can.
Drink, I tell you.
Now then, why don't you tell us what you know about Rainer?
Well, I didn't serve with him. Well, not really. We just crossed paths. He was leaving the 11th when I joined. Everyone said he was good, strong, and, followed orders. And then, poof. Lieutenant got this order, and he wasn't happy. And I mean really quite unhappy. And then Rainer, he was gone. We never saw him again. We asked where he'd been sent, but the lieutenant didn't want to tell us. Said that it was none of our business. But you, he won't be able to say no to you. You should go and offer him a drink too.
Where can we find your lieutenant?
At the barracks.
Thank you. And watch yourself when leaving. Wouldn't want you to fall into the bay. That will be all, soldier. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Hello, officer.
Excellency, can I do something for you?
Could you tell me which company you serve?
The 11th, Excellency. Anything else?
What's your assignment?
The 11th is assigned to road and outpost security for the congregation on the island. As for me, I'm responsible for the training of recruits and the patrol duty roster. Anything else?
We are concerned about the death of a young recruit named Raynor.
Let's be perfectly straight. We know that Raynor belonged to your company. And as the acting lieutenant instructor, you certainly had him under your command. So just stop with the lies. We've lost enough time here.
You know what they say? Guard business is well guarded.
And concerns only the guard. Now, unless you've lost your eyesight, you've a captain in front of you.
I know. But this story is dangerous, Captain.
If you have so much as an ounce of respect for the boy, speak to us. Don't you believe he deserves justice?
Yes, of course. But you have no idea what's been going on here. If word got round that I've been talking, come back after sundown, when there's fewer folk.
Very well. We'll be back.
Anything else?
Thank you, Lieutenant. Farewell.
That man was shaking and looking over his shoulder, as if he thought a predator had caught his scent. Whatever could terrify your warriors to jitter so?
I don't know yet, but I will find out, Siora.
I need a bit of practice.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
So, did they take the bait?
Yes, Your Excellency. And I am very happy to see you. One of them came to the shop yesterday. He gave me 24 hours to raise the money required, which means that the entire gang could appear any minute now.
Perfect. I'll hide and wait for their arrival. And rest assured, I will not let them go.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
I hope you have what we're looking for, my good friend. Our man with the silver coin is not known for his patience.
Well, I moved heaven and earth to collect the sum, but alas, I ran out of time.
More fool you if you think Egon will be satisfied with your sorry excuses. You know what happens to those who refuse to pay.
Leave this man alone at once. You're under arrest.
We'll see about that. And who will stop us? We are the guard.
You certainly don't deserve such a name. Bunch of cowards.
Yield without a fuss, and you'll have the right to a trial.
Really? And then it'll be the gallows. Do you think we're pushovers?
I'm eternally grateful, Your Excellency. You saved my trade. And my life.
Stay alert. Their leader was obviously not present.
I heard about the man with the silver coin, but this is the first time they told me his name.
If they let it escape, it was only because they were thinking of killing you.
I beg you, find this Egon and stop him. None of us will be safe as long as he's free.
Don't worry. I don't intend to let him go.
Come closer, good people. The cure
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
We must find this Egon. At the barracks, perhaps.
I doubt our man goes openly by that name.
You'll find all you need in our select.
Come closer, good people. The cure and wine.
So, men, how's it going?
Everything's fine, Lieutenant.
Nothing to report? All our friends are quiet?
Perfectly quiet. As soon as they hear about a silver coin, they start trembling.
Good. It would be a shame to have to make another example of them, right?
Oh, there's no need, Lieutenant. They've been as sweet as lambs since Renault's accident.
Accidents happen so quickly. I'm waiting for another delivery today. Have you seen your comrades?
No, they must have stopped at the tavern on the way. As soon as we see them, we'll send them your way, Lieutenant.
I hope those idiots aren't drinking my dew.
No one would dare do that to you, Lieutenant.
I hope not. Or I'll have to remind them that the silver coin can shake everyone, even the guards. Well, I'll leave you. I have urgent business to attend to. Now, don't forget to send me those drunkards.
Farewell, Lieutenant.
There is no doubt. Here is our man. Let's follow him discreetly.
Who are you? You're following me?
Indeed. We would like to talk to you about the silver coin, Egon.
Egon? You must be mistaken. I don't know anyone by that name.
Don't take us for fools. We heard you speak with your men.
I don't know what you've heard, but you're wrong. I'm not Egon.
Regardless, you were implicated in a murder and in the extortion of merchants. You are therefore under arrest. And we will finish by having you tell us who Egon is and where to find him.
Oh yes, we'll see about that.
To my help! And death to the others! Come on! Come on, if you dare! Move up!
So, have you finally decided to follow us?
So you can torture me. You can do whatever you want. I'll not tell you anything. I don't know who Egon is. I'm just a middleman. You're wasting your time.
You must know more than you're willing to say. Come on!
I'd rather die.
The silver coin. His symbol of recognition. I have to show it to Manfred.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I conducted my investigation on the extortion organized by certain members of the Guard. I think I've put an end to it, at least temporarily. Unfortunately, I had to kill some of them, as they were about to attack a merchant. But there are still some other soldiers involved that I should tell you about.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will have these men arrested immediately. These foolish brutes not only harm your merchants, but the entire reputation of the Guard. But you said you've only put an end to it temporarily. What makes you think this criminality might resume?
Their leader is still on the loose. They call him Egon, although I doubt it's his real name. I got hold of one of his lieutenants. He was carrying a silver coin, which seems to be a symbol of recognition between the gang members. But the man preferred to die rather than tell us anything about his leader.
Loyalty? Or terror?
Terror, I fear. From the merchants to the guards, everyone seems to tremble in front of this Egon.
I don't know any guard of that name. But as you said, it's probably a pseudonym. Here, Your Excellency. Take this. On behalf of the Guard, to thank you for settling this case. And rest assured that I will conduct a thorough investigation on my side. I'll also make sure that in future the City Guard is made up only of men of trust.
Thank you. I will return to see how your investigation is going. I don't take this matter lightly.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you. We are quite alone now. You may speak to us.
Rainer was indeed a member of my company, and an excellent recruit. But you already know that.
Continue.
One morning, I got a note telling me he'd been transferred from my company. He'd received a new assignment. I was so furious that I did my own little investigation to see where he'd been sent. It wasn't easy. No one wanted to give me answers. No one seemed to know anything. But one thing's for certain. Rainer wasn't the only man to have disappeared. I learned that a good many recruits, all the cream of the crop, had been reassigned. And finally, I learned about the existence of a phantom regiment.
What sort of nonsense are you talking about?
A sort of secret, elite company that were following a special training program.
Where can we find them?
I've no idea. I had to put my investigation to rest. Things were getting dangerous. I began to sense I was being watched. This regiment protects its secrets at all costs with few scruples. If you want to know more, the training officer of the 6th might know something. It's been said that he took part in one of their missions, alongside them.
Are you certain you've nothing more to tell me about this infamous secret regiment?
I've told you everything I know, at the risk of ending up like Rainer, Excellency. Go and see the officer of the 6th if you want to learn more. And leave me alone now.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Farewell.